Hello, my name is Adam, aka Katsu, and today I want to share something special from my favorite LEGO team, Ninjago. Aside from LEGO Bionicle, which is my most favorite LEGO team, but that's something for another video. Today we are diving into something pretty mysterious. Ninjago blind packs from 2011 and 2012. I'm gonna give you a little bit of context, tell you a story about how I managed to get my hands on these packs, and share with you some personal theories about their actual origin, as it is not very clear at the moment. Just to add something more about myself, Ninjago was a huge part of my childhood. I was exactly the kind of kid LEGO aimed for back in 2011. I completely fell in love with the team. The story of the four golden weapons, and later, of course, wondering who the Green Ninja would be. Spoiler alert, it wasn't Kai, sadly. Anyway, enough about my nostalgia. Today's video is about a LEGO product that, in my honest opinion, still remains a bit of a mystery. Just before we start, I want to give a quick shout out to Python, who already made a really great video explaining the short history of these cards. I will leave a link in the description. Definitely check it out if you want to dive deeper into this topic. However, I'm not here to simply repeat what Python already explained. I just want to make some sort of overview, add some flair to the topic, and share a small contribution of my own, as I am the person mentioned in his video who added the Venomary Acid card to BRICKLINK's catalog. So, you are welcome, I guess. Now you can find this card on BRICKLINK, as it was approved by admin already, which is super cool to me, as many people were like, damn, this card is so rare that it doesn't even have a BRICKLINK listing. But now it does, and it is still pretty rare though. So let's start with the overview. According to the Ninjago fandom website, there are a total of 221 game cards, and out of those, 15 are marked as special cards or special edition cards with a tiny star in the bottom right corner. Most of the regular cards came with spinner sets, which is why they are not really rare or valuable, aside from few exceptions. But some of the special ones came in sets too, however in limited numbers. For example, I never seen most of these sets as a kid. And also there is very low number of offers for these sets on BRICKLINK. So even today, they are kinda tricky to find. Now, here's the fun part. Some of these special cards were never included in any normal sets at all. Instead, they were distributed in these weird, kinda mysterious blind packs. And these were often localized to specific regions. So, I thought it would be cool to create a map showing where each card came from. Therefore, let's go card by card, starting with 2011. Card number 1, 3D Sensei Wu. This card was, and still is, one of the easier ones to get in comparison to some of the other cards. Found in two rare sets, the exclusive weapon training set and a Ninjago card shrine polybag. However, since it's not tied to a specific region, I will leave it out of the map. Card number 2, 3D Kai. This one came with the trading card holder and possibly the 2011 blind pack. However, only proof I could find was on the BRICKLINK, where you can see this card being part of 2011 blind pack. But I really couldn't find any video or someone who indeed pulled this card out of this pack. Also, on Ninjago wiki, it only says it could be found in mentioned card holder. That's why I cannot determine any specific location. Therefore, I am putting it out of the map as well. Card number 3, 3D Crazy. First true blind pack exclusive. Even though I've never seen anyone pull this card from a blind pack, but thanks to Ninjago wiki, we know that this card is localized to Sweden. Card number 4, Golden Force Field. Also from the weapon training set, like Sensei's Wu's card. Hard to find nowadays, but again, not location specific, so I'm just gonna put it next to the Wu. Card number 5, Golden Off Balance. This one came from Australia, which I can confirm myself as I personally pulled one from a sealed blind pack I bought from Australia. Card number 6, Golden Flame Pit. I think that this one is from the USA and Canada. Even though it's not stated on Ninjago wiki, I noticed that this card was pulled from 2 blind packs in the video from TMOG 217, who got these packs from Canadian BRICKLINK seller. Also, as Python stated in his video, these packs were sold at Toys R Us, most probably in the United States. You can also notice that the back of this blind pack looks slightly different in comparison to Australian one, but we will get back to this later in this video. And let's put Flame Pit on the map. Card number 7, Black Kimono Sensei Wu. Even though it has a star, this card is super common, and it came in a regular spinner set, so yeah, not region specific and not rare at all, as you can also find multiple offers on BRICKLINK, for example. So let's just put it out of the map. Cards number 8 and number 9, 3D Garmadon and Golden Sonic Roar. Both only found in Hungary blind packs. Super rare, I could barely find any photos or videos aside from one unboxing video where Garmadon was pulled from one pack. I will leave a link for this video in the description. And let's put this on the map. Okay, that wraps up the 2011 wave. Now on to 2012, but I will start from the other end here. Card number 22, 3D Rattler. Probably should have been labeled as special card number 6, but LEGO let it slip like this. Even though it's missing the star symbol, it's still considered being a special card thanks to its 3D effect and being part of this character card shrine set. One thing I would like to point out is that you can see this card on BRICKLINK being labeled as the North American version, which is kinda weird to me, as there is only one item number known for this card, and I also have myself this mentioned set, and here you can see that this set was produced in Europe, and China. So even though they are only USA BRICKLINK offers at the moment, I hardly believe that this card should be labeled as North American version. If it would be meant for only United States, then there wouldn't be languages like Czech or Polish. I think it should be labeled in the same way as the other special edition character cards, just as 3D lenticular card. Also, to explain versions a little bit, there are two versions of regular cards, International and North American, with only these two differences: different item numbers and different languages. One fun fact, for some reason, even though special card number 9, Sonic Roar, is considered being Hungarian, it is a North American version because of language in this card. And yeah, that's pretty weird, but maybe they actually were available in the USA, but it's just not very known. So, if we get back to the Rattler card, we can put it out of the map. Card number 5, 3D Kendo J. This one is a similar case as card before. This one, however, has a correct number, has a star symbol, and also it's not labeled as any version, just 3D lenticular. It was found in a gift with purchased polybag, which was given with all orders above $75 on lego.com. Not very rare, but still pretty cool to own. Let's put it out of the map next to the Rattler card. And now, for the final 4, all tied to the 2012 green blind packs. This is where the most of my theories kick in. According to the Ninjago fandom, these green blind packs were handed out as prizes at a Ninjago spinner tournament in Japan. That's all we know. But here's what I think based on my own experience and chats with a fellow collector, Arthur Wynn. Card number 4, Hypnobrai Rattle. This one is the most common from the 2012 blind packs cards, as it also appeared in a Ninjago surprise bag, and it seems like many people were able to obtain it in the USA, UK, and Europe. I believe that it may be available also in Asia. So it's kinda everywhere, but mostly because of mentioned surprise bag, which was obtainable as gift with purchase at Toys R Us stores. So, in conclusion, this card should be also out of the map. Card number 3, Constricti Grasp. Now moving on the one of the rarest Ninjago cards. This one is currently also the most expensive one, even though, well, it seems that someone might have mistaken this for a Pokemon card or something like that, but okay. Anyway, Arthur and I believe it may have originated in Poland, though there is no Lego factory there, so possibly Hungary or Czechia. At the moment, there is only this Polish seller on BRICKLINK who is also selling this card on eBay, so it's pretty hard to really tell where it's located to, as he could get it from anywhere. So if you have any clue, please don't hesitate and let us know down there in the comments. Card number 2, Venomary Acid. This is the card I have the most experience with, and also a short story to tell. I bought a bunch of sealed green packs from a guy in the Czech Republic who got them during a LEGO Factory open day in 2012. I talked to him and found out that he won them at a spinner game tournament. Similarly, as described on a wiki where it says there was a tournament in Japan, every pack I bought from him and opened had this card in it. So I am saying that either Czech or Europe localized. Card number 1, Vampire Leap. Arthur did some awesome digging on this one. Based on sellers and collectors he spoke to, this card was likely released in Asia. Places like Singapore, Hong Kong, and Japan. He even got it from a Singapore blind pack. I did talk to a Singapore seller myself and can confirm that he got multiple copies of this card in the past. So that's why I'm saying that this card is Asia localized. And there you go. This is my Ninjago Special Edition cards map. Even though it's not 100% accurate, I believe it may help you to get a better idea of where you should look for some of these cards. One last thing before we get to the unboxing, I would like to talk about my final theory for this video, which is about the item numbers on these two packs, as they seem to change by different region. I noticed this when I compared mine 2011 blind pack from Australia with blind pack from Hungary from this video which I mentioned while talking about cards number 8 and 9. Also, USA blind pack has not just different number but also looks slightly different when we look at the back side. Even if you look at the BRICKLINK page for this item, there is a completely different item number. However, this number you can see on BRICKLINK is not even a correct item number, as if you look at this blind pack from USA, it's some different number above the real item number. This one doesn't even appear on Australian or Hungarian blind pack. And then there we also have 2012 blind packs. Here is item number you can see on BRICKLINK, and here is item number you can see on Ninjago fandom and also on mine pack from Czech Republic. You can also notice that Singapore seller has stated that his pack has slightly but still different item number on his pack. So, maybe, just maybe, these numbers may hint at what card is inside. I wouldn't bet on it. I could be just really unlucky to get multiple Venomary Acid cards, but it's the fact that all of these packs had the same number and originated from Czech Republic. Alright, now is the time for a quick unboxing. Okay, so for this unboxing I decided to open these 3 packs, all of which have the same item number. I don't want to pretend to be surprised or something by the cards I pulled from these, so I'll just speed it up for you. As you will see, all 3 packs include the exact same card, which is Venomary Acid, brand new, freshly pulled out of a sealed pack, shiny at the front and with the LEGO logo at the back side. And well, at this point I was really hoping that the next one would be some other card, but as you can see, here's another, same card. And here we go with the last pack. Again, that's the same card. As you can see, all three cards turned out to be Venomary Acid, which kind of confirms my theory, though there's still a chance that I was just unlucky. And that's it for this video. If you made it all the way to the end, I just want to say a huge thank you. This was my very first video project, and I'm honestly pretty proud of it. So it means a lot that you are here. If this video reaches 10,000 views and 1,000 subscribers, I will be giving away one of my Venomary Acid cards. More details will be posted on my Instagram once we hit this goal. Also, if you own any of these 5 cards you see on the screen right now and would be willing to sell or trade them, it would mean the world to me. I'm trying to complete my full set of 221 cards, and your help could make that happen. You can contact me through the email in the description. Oh, by the way, I also run a BRICKLINK store focused on my favorite LEGO themes like Bionicle and Ninjago. Plus, you can find lots of other cool stuff as well. I am even selling one of the Venomary Acid cards there. You can check it out through the link below. Alright, that's all for today. Thanks again for watching. I would love to read your comments, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Have a nice day. Bye bye.